You go home at night, the mouth is there at the door. Have you ever figured that out? You open the door and it's a mouth. You know why? If you listen to goo-goo gagoo shit all day long, you want to talk to somebody intelligent too, okay? That's why she wants to talk to you. Of course, y'all don't want to talk to anybody at that point in time. Well, let's see, she's not getting it from the children, and she's not getting it from the neighbors or the friends. How about from her job? Does she get it from her job?
If she works. Doesn't work.
If she works? Let's say she works. Does she get it from the job? Not really.
She does.
Y'all are a very mobile society. You move every 2.7 years. And every time you move, you're moving up the ladder of success. And you're getting more strokes in what you're doing. Let's say she was a teacher or whatever it was. And she had worked up in those 2.7 years and now she moves. Where does she start again? Boom, right down the bottom again. So she doesn't get a lot there. All right, where should she get a lot? You said it. She should get a lot from you. She cannot get all of them from you. If you were the perfect husband, you can still only give her about 50%. She has to find it within herself. But she should be getting positive strokes from you. How do you give positive strokes, guys? Let me give you the typical positive strokes from the Air Force, okay? We go home tonight, we sit down at the dinner table, it's 5:30. We don't want to eat at 5:30, whatever time you selected for your family. We sit down at that wonderful time and eat, and there's a wonderful piece of meat there, there's some lovely peas, and the mashed potatoes are burnt. Burnt potatoes, bitch! Hey, you're paying her a heck of a lot of money for this, for crying out loud. Jiminy Christmas! Gotta let her know when she fails at this. You come home tomorrow night, you sit down at the table at 5:30. Again, wonderful meat, lovely vegetables, we're looking at the potatoes, and they're perfect tonight. What do you say? Nothing. What the hell are you paying her for, right? Or how about the positive negative? Well, you didn't burn them tonight, bitch. Gotta get one more in, right? If your spouse is over 30 years of age, she's thought of suicide one time. She's thought of divorce at least twice. They have a very low self-esteem about themselves because we don't help build that up. And most of our spouses do have problems with that. It's something we need to take a look at. Very, very high percentage. It was really amazing when we started talking to the gals about it. So what's a failing aviator? I'm getting to the end of it, guys. Just bear with me. What's a failing aviator? Does anybody know? It's a person that cannot compartmentalize. Pick up a DUI or two, and he might also cash a bad check. Those are kind of the overall things of what happens to this individual. But his actual signs and symptoms are not that. There's something else. Now, why does he get into this? Does he have a problem at work? Yeah, in some cases, but very, very few. Very few of you will have problems in your job. It will happen at home. And when it happens at home, it does not necessarily mean you're a failing aviator. If you and your wife have been divorced and you're remarried, it doesn't mean you're a failing aviator. If you've had problems in your marriage, it doesn't mean you're a failing aviator. If you've been separated, it doesn't mean you're a failing aviator. I don't mean to imply that. It's when those two things, or that failure at home gets so bad that the two of you are batting heads so much, she finally says, "To heck with you." She turns around, walks out on the front porch, and gets the biggest megaphone she can get. And she says, "Hear ye, hear ye, hear ye the world. Let me tell you about the sucker I'm married to." And she gathers everybody in that's from the unit, the base, St. Louis. It don't make any difference. She brings them all there. And she tells them exactly who you are as far as she sees. You never was any good in bed. That's the first thing she will attack, is your sexuality. Lousy husband and lousy father. And for the first time, you start to hurt 24 hours a day. And you'll manifest it in many different ways. What are the ways that you do it on a day-to-day basis? Number one, if you smoke, you'll smoke more. Number two, if you don't smoke, you might pick up the habit. And in some situations, we've seen guys leave their jobs for a leave situation and go out and smoke those little funny cigarettes among society, away from the job. Trying to say to society, "See, I'm all right, I'm not what she said." And we've seen that happen quite a bit. Number two, if you drink, you'll drink more. If you don't drink, you might pick up the habit. Why would you drink at a time like this? Twofold. Number one, it's an anesthetist. It gets rid of the pain for a short period of time. And number two, it gives you reasons for your actions. "I'm sorry, dear, I didn't mean to slap your hair last night. I was drunk. It's not my fault, it's the booze's fault." Number three, buys a failing aviator automobile. Big, flashy sports car. Now, I haven't looked out here in the parking lot, and some of you might have some. That does not make you a failing aviator. If that's what you wanted all your life, fine. But we're talking about the milquetoast in the squadron that's been driving around the 75 Chevette 3-speed on the column. He goes out and he buys himself a yellow $44,000 Porsche, and he drives the piss out of it. He's trying to tell somebody something. Pick up macho pastimes, scuba diving, skydiving, motorcycle racing. Again, if that's your lifestyle, fine. But it's the guy that hasn't done that, all of a sudden at age 42, jumps out of the back end of the airplane and goes, Geronimo, okay? That's the guy we're talking about. Since the problem started in the bedroom, as far as the spouse is, then the problem can be solved in the bedroom, as far as you're concerned. Not your own, someone else's. And for the first time in his life, he'll go ugly early. He'll pick someone well below his status, and he'll just pray to her, oh, look at this, boy, I can still do it, I'm all right. Ain't what she said. I can still hack the program, okay? And the bottom line is he starts to fly dangerously. He starts to take chances to show his buddy and himself that he can still hack the program, that he's not like she said that he was. Why did I brief you on this? Why did I come here? Why do these guys want me here? Let me see a show of hands of all you that are failing aviators. Gee, I wasted my time again. I don't understand that. Golly. We didn't think most of you or any of you were. The reason why I brief you is this one unique phenomenon about it. Who is the only person in the world that can tell a failing aviator that he's failing? Not himself. Absolutely not. How about the wing commander? Squadron commander? Spouse? No, he's fighting her. His peers, the people that he loves. And that's why we're briefing you on this, because if you see this kind of activity in your own unit, own group, there is only another person that's the same person as this. In other words, his close friend and peer that can help him out of it. Period. Psychiatrists, psychologists can't do it because he will not listen to him, he or she. So we're telling you this because it's up to you, because that's where the responsibility lies. That's the only place that can solve it. Now, granted, you go up to this guy and say, hey, you got a problem here, you're drinking too much, let's talk. He's going to fight you initially, but stay with him because you are his buddy. And if you can get one or two other persons around him that he also likes and sit him down within a very short period of time, he will take a look at the problem. And most likely, in every case that we have seen so far that we've identified, he will ground himself because he knows that he's trying to kill himself finally. And in most cases, in fact, everyone we know of except for one, they went back on flying status. One guy did not because of fear of flying. But everyone was back on flying status in a short period of time. There was no stigma against his career. But the most important thing is that you can walk out of that unit at the end of your 20 or 30 years and you say, hey, I wonder what happened to old Joe. And he didn't kill himself. He's still alive today. Okay? And that's what we're telling you. Thank you. I appreciate being here.